What's going on, guys? It's LtBuzzLitebeer, and in today's video I wanted to unveil a new video series entitled What Were They Thinking?, in which I voice my thoughts and opinions as to what the Division could do to correctly program and therefore promote differing weapon selections. Since I have been posting weapon reviews on every weapon I could source since the launch of the Division, I believe I have a unique understanding as to what these weapons are capable of, and in turn what should be done to encourage diversification. Ever since the Division launched back on March 8, 2016, players have been discovering which weapons are stronger than others, and have promoted, usually through social media, their thoughts and opinions. Every agent that started playing at launch can remember the SMG DPS heavy builds, usually built around a Vector 45 ACP with damage talents and extremely heavy in firearms, while sacrificing stamina and electronics. What I want to focus on is how Massive could tweak the meta in order to accurately program and therefore differentiate between different model types and promote differing variants for specialized situations. For this video, I would like to focus on an assault rifle and point out a few glaring problems with this specific weapon and provide a general overview as to what I think could be slightly changed for the betterment of our beloved game. Today, I chose to focus on the FN FAL Assault Rifle for the purpose of showcasing the improper programming between differing variants of the same weapon. The two weapons I will compare are the classic FAL and SA-58, which is the paratrooper variant of the same weapon. I have thoroughly reviewed both of these weapons in previous reviews, and for the sake of our experiment, both of these weapons are 229 gear score. The first and most notable problem with this weapon is the fact that it is programmed as a 3-round burst AR. 3-round burst is designed to accurately group bullets into tight patterns at distance, and to my knowledge, I have never heard of or seen a 3-round burst FN FAL. It is a selective fire battle rifle that can either be fired in full auto or semi-auto, not 3-round burst. With that being said, the devs chose to program this weapon in burst fire mode only. But I digress. The point of this comparison is the accuracy of these two differing variants. The classic FAL has a barrel length of 533mm, while the SA-58 has a much shorter 330mm barrel. If these two weapons were being judged for accuracy at range, the classic FAL should have an extreme advantage due to its longer barrel length. Yet if we take a look at the program stats, it is in fact the SA-58 that has a 47 to 37 accuracy advantage. It should be the other way around, with the long-barreled variant, the classic, with the accuracy advantage over the SA-58. So not only is the weapon programmed incorrectly as a 3-round burst weapon, the shorter barreled variant actually receives a 10-point boost in accuracy over the classic version. The second glaring issue with the FAL is the caliber versus damage output of the weapon. A rifle that fires a 7.62mm round must do so at a slightly slower cyclic rate than a weapon that fires a 5.56mm round due to the recoil and tuning of the gas system. With a heavier round, the weapon is tuned to fire slightly slower in order to allow the weapon to settle or stabilize between shots in order to maintain accuracy. I don't feel that Massive has spent any or enough time researching these major differences in order to accurately program differences into the weapons. If we lined up two targets at say 20 meters and fired a 7.62 round at one and a 5.56 round at the other, the difference in entry and exit wounds would differ drastically. The 7.62 round is a devastating round that packs massive kinetic energy and will literally rip through most things it encounters. In contrast, the 5.56 round provides a more precise round that doesn't kick as hard and therefore can be fired at a higher overall rate, but it doesn't produce as much kinetic energy. Just take a look at this bullet energy graph comparing both the 7.62 and 5.56 rounds and how much kinetic energy they each produce in joules. Talents and mods aside, the 7.62 caliber weapon should drop the target in fewer rounds than the 5.56 caliber weapon simply due to damage physics. However, the programming seems to be a cookie cutter design with all round types doing roughly the same amount of damage, and therefore places too much emphasis on mods and weapon talents. I believe that if different weapons were more effective at differing ranges, it would promote battlefield decisions based on terrain and conditions as to which weapon to go with. So what can be done? I would like to see Massive change the meta so that the shorter versions of the same weapon, such as a tactical variant, get an advantage in close quarters combat. Going back to our FAL example, the classic or long-barreled version should have the strong advantage in long-range accuracy, while perhaps the SA-58 or short-barreled variant could be reprogrammed to have a faster aim down the sights time due to its smaller, more compact design. The SA-58 should suffer in longer range engagements due to its much shorter barrel, and the recoil should be higher. It doesn't have to be a severe change, but even something subtle would promote agents using differing types of the same weapon. If you knew you were going to tackle an underground mission, perhaps you would go with the tactical or shorter barreled version for more precise movements in tight quarters and enhanced ADS timing. If you were taking on Lincoln Tunnel, the better choice in weapon would be the classic FAL due to its wide open sightlines and enhanced engagement distances. Now, I'm not a programmer and I don't know how much of this is hard-coded into the game, but I can't imagine it would require too much for an experienced development team to add in small differences to the different variants of the same weapon. In the latest State of the Game message, Massive Studios said they want to turn the focus of the Division back into a shooter versus what it has become now. I believe that if they are committed to this change back into what the game felt like in our initial rank up of 1 to 30, they need to take a strong look into the details of each weapon and make revisions based on the design of the weapon itself. I recently watched a well thought out video by Skill Up on YouTube, and I like how he referred to our weapons as vanilla stat sticks, and that they are now so heavily modded they are more like laser beams than real weaponry. If we are truly to take the next evolutionary step in the progression of our game, I feel that the differing weapons need to be more accurately programmed to promote diversification and scenario specification. As always, I would love to hear what you thought of this video. Feel free to leave your thoughts in the comment section below. I would also like to use the comment section as a forum, so please leave your feelings as to what assault rifles need to be changed and why. In addition, I only chose to focus on the FN FAL, but would like to hear your thoughts on any other assault rifle that has been programmed incorrectly. If you want some more LtBuzzLitebeer and my The Division videos in your life, follow me on Twitter at LtBuzzLitebeer. I will also leave a link in the description below to my entire The Division weapon review playlist, and remember for my channel, likes, comments, subs are loved. Until my next The Division video, this has been LtBuzzLitebeer saying peace out.